I'm going to show you how you can preview your Cursor projects quickly and easily. So there's a few ways you can do it. So this is my project for promptwritingstudio.com, which teaches people all about how to use AI. Now, the first option I have is to navigate to the bottom right-hand corner of Cursor and look for the Go Live button. And if I press this button, it'll take just a moment to start the project up. And this is basically a live server version that I can preview in my browser. So I have a couple of markdown files, and if I click into any of these markdown files, I can read them in my browser. Basically, with this particular live server version, if your browser can read it, you can open the file directly. Now, clearly, you're going to want to actually preview the build when it's completed. So to do it, go to Terminal, New Terminal, and then you're going to type in this command. npm run dev. Once you type in this command, it'll take a few seconds to build your project. So it's giving me a URL here, and I can copy this to my clipboard. And then I'm going to open this up in the browser. And now I can preview exactly what my project looks like based on changes I've made inside of Cursor. Now there is one additional thing that you can do if you want to preview your project directly in Cursor rather than using a web browser. So to do it, you're going to open up the search bar, and then you're going to type in simple browser show. And it's actually popped right up because I was using it before I started recording this video. And then you're going to paste in the URL that you got from Terminal. And now it should open up your project directly in Cursor. And then, of course, you could open up a couple of different windows and you could work on them in tandem or side by side. Now, I sometimes use this and I find it's a good alternative to Windsurf, but depending on what your tech stack is, it might not necessarily work. So for example, here's another vibe coding project. This is a static content site I've built. When I open up a simple web browser, I'm not able to preview it inside of Cursor. And Cursor told me that this is because the built-in IDE doesn't necessarily support every framework. So basically, if you're having problems, open it up directly in Chrome. But for most projects, unless it's particularly complex, you should be able to simply open it up by simple browser :show, and then by using the terminal command npm run dev and pasting it into the top bar. That's an overview of how you can preview your projects inside of Cursor. Don't forget to check out the rest of my videos on this vibe coding playlist.